Conor Benn busted for steroids. What do you get busted for? He got busted for Clomid. What is Clomid? Who is Conor Benn? He's a British boxer, and he was set to go up against what's his face this weekend. He's tested positive for Clomid, clomiphene citrate, which is a female fertility drug also used by men to stimulate PCT, post-cycle therapy, if you've just done a bit of testosterone or DECA or Tren or whatever, and you shut your HPG axis down and you're not producing enough test, then Clomid can sort of kickstart your FSH and LH a little bit and bring up your testosterone and estrogen levels by sort of blocking estrogen uptake. It's a selective estrogen receptor modulator. That's what Clomid is. So now, did he take it? Was his drink spiked in it? What's the going on? Did he have a tainted supplement? All right, what's my opinion on this one? This guy's on steroids. All right, everyone's on steroids. Dude, it's pro sport. All right, pro sport, man. All right, these guys are paid to smash each other out of the ring. All right, if you're 160 pounds, okay, was it 157 pound catch weight? If you're 157 pounds as a natty and you're fighting your twin who's 157 pounds juiced, your juiced twin is gonna smash the chops off your chops, okay? Steroids give an unbeatable advantage for every single athlete out there. More power, better focus, better drive, better recovery, all right? Better red blood cell count helps you burn fat. Steroids can help you shred fat off the body because they uptake your oxygen transfer and deliver to the cell, okay? And it takes 3 kilos of oxygen to burn 1 kilo of fat. But then again, on the flip side, steroids can also make you eat more. Okay, so if you're eating a fatty diet, then you're going to get fat on steroids. Okay, look at all the people that take steroids and get fat because their hunger, like, damn, when you take Tren, like I've used Tren recently, and man, Trenbolone acetate, it drives your hunger through the roof. I'm the heaviest I've ever been. And I'm trying to be, but not fat. Like anyone can go and get fat by eating lots of fat. The fat you eat, the fat you wear. I'm talking like lean bulking. But yeah, anyway. So what do I reckon? I reckon he's guilty. You know, like, and I don't say that as like, oh, he's a drug cheat. Everyone's doping at the top, people. All right, like it just gives such an advantage, man. Why wouldn't you take it? You know. And when you ask that question to people, well, I'm a person of integrity. I'm honest. Yeah, great. But you're not a fucking professional athlete paying the mortgage with performances, okay? Put yourself in their shoes. They've trained their entire life for this. And the other guy's using steroids. Why wouldn't you? You're going to get smashed by him, okay? All things equal. If you're like that, you know, you guys are similar level, and you're on both on, you know, get enough sugar in you, so you both, you know, got enough muscle glycogen, you're going to get stomped, man. So it's Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr., okay? And I see steroids here in this physique. People are like, oh, durianrider just... Okay, so yeah, this is Conor Benn here. Is this Conor Benn? This is steroid physique, all right? This dude's on steroids. And people are like, oh, I've got a friend, he's a bricklayer, and he's bigger than that. Yeah, your friend's fat, all right? This guy's a shredded 157-pound catch weight boxer, all right? And, you know, he's on steroids. And people are like, no, he's not. He's too small. Like, here's the thing with steroids, like anabolic steroids, guys and girls. The more you take, the bigger you get, okay? So if this guy want to get to 200 pounds, he has to take more steroids than he is now. It's dosage dependent. It's linear. With testosterone, it's linear. If you take 50 milligrams of testosterone a week, you gain a couple of 100 grams of muscle over a couple of months, if that at all. If you're taking 1,000 milligrams a week of test, you're going to put on probably about 15 to 20 kilos of muscle in like a year. If you stay on a gram a week cycle, you're going to put in 15, 20, 30 kilos. Depends on your genetics, okay? So the higher the dose, the more muscle you put on. And obviously, if you stop taking steroids, you lose most of the gains. Not all, but most of the gains. Again, it depends on your genetics, okay? But generally, you will grow massively. You'll be like, people are, wow, you know, like, if even people see me, they do a double take, like, Durianrider, is that you? Like, I get stopped in the street every single day, and some people don't recognize me. They're like, Durianrider, you look big, you got muscles now. You got muscles, you know? And, it's so funny. I love it. But, you know, and so it's just dosage dependent, okay? So as soon as I stop taking gear, I will shred about 20 kilos off, and I'll be back down to schoolboy cycling weight. So it's just how it is. So it's dosage dependent, but the average person out there has no idea. All right, this the Dunning-Kruger effect. All right, they watch a couple of Greg Fake Natty Douche videos or more dates, more plates, and they buy some testosterone scam, and they think they're just like clued up. It's crazy, man. The amount of social media influences on steroids is like the fitness industry, which is basically just scamming money from noobs. I would say 99.99999% of them take anabolic steroids and lie about it, okay? And the ones who are honest about it, they just generally say, I'm just doing TRT. I'm just doing a bit of TRT, you know? It's like, fuck, no, you're doing trenbolone replacement therapy, all right? So it's dosage dependent, okay? It's dosage dependent. When I was running 100 milligram a test a week or 200 milligram a test a week, there's like a little bit of a notice. I maybe look a little bit more fuller in the face. But when I started running 500 milligram a week for like 11 months straight, pretty much, that's when people said, oh, gee, you go to the gym. You know, people didn't even know who I was. Be like, oh, you muscles, hey, here's the gun show. Like, people just joke around and stuff like that. Chicks would look at me different or approach me, etc. at running races. So it's just a different deal. Now using Trend, this local street dog here doesn't bark at me anymore. That's so funny. A few weeks ago, I saw this dog was barking at me like I'm some crackhead. And now I've got the Trend vibes. Dog's like wagging its tail at me like, hey, how's it going? You can pat me. So fucking was funny, man. Dogs can tell you if you're doing Trend. But anyway, this dude, yeah, definitely he's on steroids. What's his dosages? I would say he'd be on some EPO. And, you know, I'd say also he'd be on just test, probably, I would say like 150 milligram a week test, you know, and I'd say his cardio would be pretty good. I'm assuming it would be. I train UFC fighters. I train professional boxers with nutrition, weight loss, and cardio stuff, but mostly weight loss. But yeah, I would say this guy's on probably 150 milligram a week test, a bit of EPO thrown in there, potentially, depending on how his body's responding to the exogenous testosterone. He might even have a TUE, who knows, you know. That's what I tell these athletes, like, it's like, do your best to get a TUE for testosterone, all right? Like, I'm not sure how, yeah, like, just do your best for that, and but that way you can use it without having to worry too much. But again, the drug testing's pretty chill. Like, you know, carbon isotope ratio testing is relatively easy to pass even, you know, and it's rarely even used. So again, that's not my real field of expertise. My field of expertise is weight loss, but definitely I would say I put my life on it. This guy's taking anabolics. It's just what it's done in pro fighting. Like, if you're a clean fighter, you're not making any real money. Simple as that. You're not. If you're a clean cyclist, a clean runner, a clean swimmer, you're making pennies. All right, you're making pennies compared to your colleagues who are juiced and can train just harder and recover harder. Simple as that.